All right, we are now streaming live on YouTube. Sir, are you Mr. Jerome Whitaker? All right, Mr. Whitaker, the defendant has indicated that he is, in fact, Mr. Jerome Whitaker. We're about to start your preliminary hearing. This is the state of Georgia versus Jerome Whitaker, warrant number 2025 CW 55218. And that is robbery by intimidation, and 2025 CW 55219. Simple assault. Representing the state is ADA Thomas. Representing the defendant is Attorney Thomas Florio. Your witness, ADA Thomas.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective Boland, could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you should give before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Put your hand down, and state your name for the record.
My name is Detective Evan Bowling.
And Detective, how are you employed?
I work for the Clayton County Police Department.
And when you so employed in that capacity on or about July the 1st of 2025?
Yes, I was.
Did you have occasion to investigate an incident that occurred at 5636 Georgia Highway 42 within the confines of the city of Rex?
Yes, I did.
And is that within Clayton County?
Yes, it is.
Did said investigation involve a Jerome Jalen Whitaker?
Yes, it did.
And could you please explain to the court what happened at that location on that date involving Mr. Whitaker?
On that location, the victims who own and ran the gas station were moving money out of the slot machine to take it to, I believe, the back room. As one of the employees was moving the money to the back room, Mr. Whitaker is seen on security camera as running and snatching the money, which was placed in a bag, out of the victim's hand. The victim does step towards him, at which point Mr. Whitaker can be seen patting his waistband. The victim then takes a step back. As Mr. Whitaker had snatched the money, you could see it fly. A lot of the dollar bills fall to the ground, and Mr. Whitaker picks it up. So there's a security video angle of it, and then there is a second video that I believe it's the cashier was taking of Mr. Whitaker. Mr. Whitaker didn't have a mask on or gloves on, so you can see a very good view of his face during the interaction. Officers observed through looking at the security camera footage of a vehicle. I want to say it was a Chevrolet Edge. I can't remember exactly what vehicle, but they got the tag number on it. I ran the tag number in our system. It came back to Avis rental vehicle, and I was able to confirm with Avis and got the paperwork from that Mr. Whitaker had been the one to rent that vehicle a couple days prior and returned the vehicle about a day or two after the incident took place. Got pictures of Mr. Whitaker.
Let me stop you 1 second, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Before we get too far, this incident location, the address that was previously provided, what is located there?
I want to say it's a Shell gas station. It's either Shell or Valero gas station.
Okay, so it's a business.
Yes, ma'am.
They were in the process of doing, I guess, is it called a cash drop when you take money out the registers and put it somewhere?
I believe so.
And Mr. Whitaker walked up on them while they were doing this?
That's correct.
Now, you've mentioned video, I think at least two different sets of video.
Yes, ma'am.
Portions of which captured this?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yes.
correct. That's correct.
How many witnesses were actually present that were actually involved in the transfer of the money at the time that they were approached?
There's the gentleman that was carrying the cash, and then there's the property manager who was on scene.
Were they both confronted by Mr. Whitaker?
Just the gentleman that was carrying the cash.
So this person was face to face with Mr. Whitaker?
That's correct.
Now, were you able to identify this person by name?
Yes, I was.
Who was this person?
If I can check my notes, I can pull the name up.
Your Honor, may the officer be allowed to refresh his recollection?
Yes.
Okay. His name is Jitendra Ori. I could spell that for you if you need.
Please.
First name is Jitendra. Last name is Ori, Ori. And my apologies, it was a Amoco gas station.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. And he saw that the defendant before the court today face to face.
That is correct.
Had he ever seen this person before?
Not to my knowledge.
Does he recall seeing a weapon of any type?
No weapon to report being seen.
Could he see what was, I believe you indicated that the defendant reached toward his waistband. Is that correct? Or did I misunderstand?
He patted at his waistband.
Could the victim see what was in his waistband, the defendant's waistband?
The victim could not.
What did he think was in the victim's waistband?
Objection, speculation.
Was he under the impression that something was in this gentleman's waistband?
Objection, speculation, and lack of personal knowledge.
Your Honor, actually, the officer can testify as to whether or not the victim actually told him anything. If he didn't tell him anything, then it's not speculation. If he
Judge,
told him,
he's already testified that the victim said he did not see a weapon and that they didn't have any proof that he had a weapon. I understand what she's trying to do, but the officer's already testified contrary to what the state's asking him. And
that's
these
not
questions,
exactly what I'm at.
Hold
I'm
on,
not sure
hold
how
on.
Mr.
Rephrase. You can rephrase your question, ADA Thomas.
Yes, Your Honor. Was the victim in fear?
objection, relevance.
Your Honor,
Overruled. Go ahead,
thank you.
ADA Thomas.
Thank you. Detective, did the victim indicate if he was in fear?
Objection, relevance, and lack of personal knowledge.
Your Honor,
He
I
can
believe,
testify. He can testify as to what the victim said to him.
Yes, believe the victim said that he was in fear due to the snatching, and he didn't know what was in the waistband, but was not sure if it could be harmful to him.
okay. And you indicated a snatching. Was the bag actually taken from him or did it hit the floor?
Taken from him. He was carrying it in his hand, and then Mr. Whitaker grabbed it out of the hand, which is what caused a lot of the money to fall out of the bag and fall to the ground.
After snatching the bag out the victim's hand, what did Mr. Whitaker do?
I believe it's the victim walks, or the victim walks back over to Mr. Whitaker, and Mr. Whitaker kind of stands erectly and pats his waistband, and then the victim moves back.
What did Mr. Whitaker do?
Yeah, he just patted at his waistband.
No,
and
no,
then
no, no.
started
After he
picking up
took the money,
Uh-huh.
what did yes.
He exited the gas station.
Okay. Did the victim or the witness do anything else, or did they just watch him leave?
They just watched him leave.
Okay. And you indicated there was video footage at the cash register. Where was the other video located?
There's a overhead security video, and then there was someone cell phone video.
Did any of this video have any type of audio?
There's no audio, or at least
Okay.
none that I could hear.
Did the witness and the victim indicate if the defendant said anything to them during all of this?
They did not indicate.
Okay. Now, when Mr. Whitaker leaves the store, can you tell what he's doing next? Can you see him getting in a vehicle of any type?
I cannot see him getting in the vehicle, no.
Could they see what he did?
They didn't tell me. I'm not sure if they told the officers. Just officers were able to get the license plate of the vehicle that Mr. Whitaker left in.
And that's what I'm trying to get to. How did they know which vehicle he left in? Did someone see him get in a particular vehicle?
I believe they looked at security footage. They did not attach that to their initial report.
So there was outside video footage of persons parked out in front of the business.
Objection, leading.
Is there any video footage outside of the business?
I am not sure. I did not view, I'll put it, I did not view any of the video footage out there. This was information provided by officers.
So there is video cameras outside of the business.
Objection leading.
Just ask him if there's video. Rephrase it.
Officer, are there video cameras outside of the business?
I believe there are. When I went over there, could see it, but I did not 100% confirm.
Okay, but you thought you saw them.
Objection leading.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that would be leading.
You're telling him, but you thought you saw them. That is a
Yeah, but
statement. That is not a
ADA
question.
Thomas, you are suggesting the answer. So just make sure we just stick to questions.
Did you see cameras?
I saw some cameras outside. Yes.
That's what I just want to be sure that's what I heard. Now, you say other officers responded to the scene
Yes, ma'am. The initial responding officers.
and they were able to get it. Were they able to get information from what they saw of a vehicle?
They were.
Okay. And using that information, I believe you previously testified that they were able to get the identification of the person who was driving the vehicle. Is that correct? No, let me rephrase. The person who rented the vehicle. Is that correct?
I was able to get that information. They just provided the tag of the vehicle.
Okay. Now, after determining who rented the vehicle, were you able to speak to that person?
The person who rented the vehicle, or the person that Avis who rented it out?
The person who rented the vehicle.
Yes, I was.
What did that person, was that Mr. Whitaker?
Yes, it was.
What did he advise you, if anything?
This was after he'd been arrested. I interviewed him at the police headquarters. He initially denied taking the money before he did concede to it. He was asking questions about he wanted to know where in the video he could be seen patting his waistband. He didn't think that charge was fair. He asked me that a couple times. I asked him about if he could return the money. He stated that he didn't know what good returning the money would do. And then he told me that he wanted to make a deal with me if he could provide other information on a drug dealer that he knows in order to what am I trying to say? In order to cut a deal for his current predicament.
But he did not return the money.
He did not.
Idea.
Now, the video footage that we discussed earlier, I believe was at least from the two different angles. Do you know where that video footage is?
I have it it's attached to my report. And I believe it's in Polaris.
Okay. And your conversation with Mr. Whitaker, where was that conducted?
The Clayton County Police Department headquarters.
Was that recorded in any type of way?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Hold on one second. Yana, what happened to the jail? I think they're still on, but they're not on, if that makes sense.
All right. Deputy, did we lose you?
I apologize, Your Honor. We're having technical difficulties over here. Just give me 1 second, please.
Yana, do you want to continue or, okay, there they are. Okay. I'm sorry, Detective, if you could continue, please.
I'm sorry, what was the last question? Oh, if we have video of the interview, yes, yes, there is.
And has that been preserved?
Yes, ma'am, it has.
Second. Was anything else taken from the store or just that bag?
Just the bag that I'm aware of.
Were they able to tell you how much was taken?
Uh, the report said $6,000.
And ultimately, was any of that money recovered?
It was not.
And I believe that's all I have reserved right for redirect.
All right. Go ahead, Attorney Florio.
Good morning, Detective Bowling.
Good morning.
So you just answered that last question very curiously. When Ms. Thomas asked you how much money was stolen, do you remember your answer saying the report says $6,000 was stolen?
That's correct.
Okay.
Or yes, I do remember. Sorry.
And whose report is it?
The initial police report.
Okay. Now, you'd agree with me that $6,000 was not taken. Isn't that correct?
No, I'm sorry. You're saying that was not taken?
Yeah, you'd agree with me the number was not $6,000. Is that correct?
Oh, that's what was reported as $6,000.
Yeah, but would you agree with me that that number is incorrect?
I would not.
Okay. You'd agree with me that during the course of the interaction, the store clerk owner alleged that we'll start back from the very beginning.
Mm.
You've read your warrant in this case. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And you wrote your warrant. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you've certified that everything in your warrant is true and correct to the best of your knowledge. And that affirmation was made under oath. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You remember when Ms. Thomas asked you about a cash drop? Do you remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And you remember telling Ms. Thomas you know what a cash drop is?
Or I believed it was that's what they call it. Yes.
Okay. And you remember when Ms. Thomas asked you about them taking money out of the register and that being a cash drop? You remember being asked that question?
I don't remember her saying about taking it out of the register, but in terms of transferring it from
Okay.
one space to another.
So you don't remember earlier Ms. Thomas asking you specifically if a cash drop is money being taken out of a register and you answering in the positive that that's correct. You don't remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't recall saying anything about out of a
You did.
register. No, it didn't.
I mean, the court will recall what was asked. Okay. If not, we could ask Madam Court Reporter to roll back the transcript and she could tell us the exact question. Do you remember being asked about a cash register, Detective Bowling?
I don't remember if she said the words cash register. I did say prior to that it was money taken out of the slot machine.
I agree. You testified to that on direct, but do you remember Ms. Thomas asking you after that about a cash drop and money being taken out of the cash register? Do you recall that?
I don't remember the words cash register, but I'm not denying they weren't said. But I do
Okay,
remember her bringing up cash
just
drop.
ask the question and move on.
Do you remember answering in the affirmative that the question that Ms. Thomas asked you about the cash register was in fact correct?
Hold on. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah. Do you remember answering it?
I'm going to object. I believe what the court has already asked Mr. Florio to move on regarding that.
No, she hasn't. She said ask the question, he can answer it.
Okay, hold on. We can only talk one at a time. The court reporter is taking everything down. All right. Attorney Florio, go ahead and re-ask your question, please.
Do you remember when Ms. Thomas asked you about the cash register, you answering in the affirmative that that was where the money was taken from?
I don't remember asking about the cash register for it because I know the money was not taken from the cash register.
Okay. Why did you answer previously that the money was taken from the cash register when Ms. Thomas asked you if the money was taken from the cash register?
I believe I was agreeing to, or I was affirming of what she
hold
thought
on, Detective. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not sure why Mr. Florio
I heard the testimony. So Attorney Florio, if we can move on, I heard the testimony. So he answered that he could not, he don't recall answering that question that way. So we can move
Do
on.
you recall? Does the court recall him answering the question that way?
I don't.
Okay. May I ask that Madam Court Reporter read back the transcript to us so that we can resolve this issue?
Um, and so the issue is that Detective Bowling testified that the money was taken out of the cash register.
So he testified originally the money was taken out of the slot machine, which is what's in his warrant application. On direct, Ms. Thomas asked him, "Are you familiar with the cash drop?" He said, "Yes." She said, "Are you familiar with money being taken out of the cash register?" He said, "Yes." She said, "Do you remember who was present when the money was taken out of the cash register?" He identified the manager and the other employee. It's incorrect. And so I'm just curious why he agreed and why his answer was in the affirmative to every question that Ms. Thomas asked him when that's not what's in his warrant application.
All right. And so ADA Thomas, do you want to correct the record by asking him? I guess we can ask him one more time to correct the statement, if that is what he testified to.
Your Honor, the extent to which Mr. Florio has just purported to say that something that I said is incorrect. The question I remember asking, and perhaps I used the wrong term, was the phrase cash drop, because they were transferring money from wherever it came from to where it was supposed to go before they were stopped. So I don't recall saying taking money from the cash register or anywhere else. I just asked, was it the actual procedure that they were going through? And this is an explanation to the court as to why I asked the question that I asked, which did not, I didn't, that whole sequence that Mr. Florio has gone through, I don't recall asking that. I was just talking about the protocol that they were going through when they were stopped and the robbery occurred. Nothing about cash registers and all of this.
All right. So let's just agree that he did agree to that. And so that you can question him about that, Attorney Florio.
Yes, Judge. Now, you'd agree with me that there was no money taken from the cash register. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You'd agree with me that this gas station was running slot machines. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Was that operation of the slot machines legal or illegal activity?
Yeah, I'm going to object this point relevance.
Overruled. Go ahead, Attorney Florio.
Was their operation of slot machines at their gas station illegal or legal activity?
I did not do any investigation on whether it was legal or illegal. I'm under the impression that it was of legal activity.
Okay. Were they collecting the money and then paying out from the collection of that money?
That I'm not sure of.
Okay. Now, your warrant application identifies that Mr. Whitaker attempted to grab the bag and was unsuccessful in grabbing and taking the bag from the store clerk. Is that correct?
He did grab the baggage, just that caused the money to fall to the ground.
Exactly. And they had identified that there were $6,000 in the bag originally. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And when the money fell to the ground, they then alleged that Mr. Whitaker then, I guess, went to the ground and attempted to pick up the money and took some of the money. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And so when I asked you earlier about the $6,000 and you told me that was the amount stolen, based off of how you've just answered to my question about him taking some of the money, you'd agree with me that Mr. Whitaker did not, in fact, take $6,000. Is that correct?
I just know that was $6,000 that was reported having been stolen. I'm not sure about if they counted all the money prior to or after he dropped the money, but based on what was in the report, based on the officer speaking to the store owner, it was reported as $6,000.
So you've never talked to any of the witnesses. You've talked to law enforcement about this case. Is that correct?
That's firm, or read the report on it. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you've actually never talked to anybody about this case. You've just read other officers' reports. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so how many officers responded to the gas station?
That I'm not sure of.
Well, how many reports have you read about this case?
There's one report in there.
Whose report is it that you've read?
Meg, check my report to see who wrote the initial report.
Yes,
you
please.
Go ahead.
Officer Johnson,
And what department is he with?
Clayton County Police Department.
And what's his first name, please?
Brandon.
Okay. And so at some point you reported Brandon Johnson's police report. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And you've never spoken with Officer Johnson about this case, correct?
Correct.
You've never spoken with any other officer about this case, correct?
Correct.
You've never spoken with any of the folks employed at the gas station. Is that correct?
No, I've spoken with them.
Who did you speak with at the gas station?
Oh, I spoke with Mr. Grung and Mr. Ori, and then there was
Okay.
another employee when I went to show a lineup who I spoke with.
You did.
All right, I think we lost Attorney Florio.
Apparently he looks frozen. Now it's gone. Judge, can you see him coming back in?
Mm, not yet.
And Judge, Mr. Smith, who's supposed to be here as a witness for something, he's back. I think he's supposed to be in the waiting room.
Mm,
Yep, he just jumped off.
Just place them in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
we'll hold.
Judge, while we're waiting on Mr. Florio, can I go into a breakout room with Mr. Rogers? He had a couple of cases he wanted to talk to me about.
Okay. I'll place you and Mr. Rogers, Attorney Rogers, in.
Okay, Attorney Rogers. Attorney Rogers.
I'm here.
Attorney Rogers, Rogers 88 Thomas is waiting for you in room 2.
Just a second. Who?
Room 2, yes, sir.
Looks like Attorney Florio is trying to come back in.
Hey, excuse me, Your Honor.
Attorney Florio, are you back?
Judge, I am. I apologize. My iPhone overheated and just shut down. So
Oh,
I
okay. No
apologize.
worries.
I've never had it overheat before, but evidently it did.
All right. ADA Thomas, you ready? We'll hold for ADA Thomas. I'm gonna warm up my coffee for 30 seconds. Attorney Boulware, are you with us? I mean, Attorney Boulware. ADA Thomas?
She's still in the breakout room too with Attorney Rogers.
Oh, she's in the breakout room. Okay, all right.
Judge, I'm back. Judge Case Johnson.
Oh, yes, I'm just speaking and I wasn't. Oh, the gel fell off. Hold on, let me get them back on. All right, Attorney Florio, you can continue.
Detective Bowling, you'd agree with me that there were two employees at the Amoco gas station that day. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. You'd agree with me that a photo lineup was done with Mr. Gurung. That's Gurung. Is that correct?
That's correct. Can I also modify something I'd said earlier?
Yes, sir.
I did not speak of Mr. Ori, but I did speak of Mr. Garung, and I spoke with another employee.
Correct. I was going to
All
get
right.
to that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So you showed a photo. You did a photo lineup, right? You didn't, but a photo lineup was done with Mr. Garung. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Grung did not pick Mr. Whitaker out of that photo lineup. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Orgy, that being the gentleman from whom you allege the bag was taken, no photo lineup was done with him. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Why was no photo lineup done with him?
Either I couldn't get in contact with him or he was going to be there the day I went with Mr. Grung, but then he wasn't there at work, so scheduling essentially.
Okay, and this was back in July 1st of 2025. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So as of today, no one has identified Mr. Whitaker as being the person that committed this crime. Is that correct?
No, sir. At least not from the store.
Okay. Well, when I ask, is that correct? The answer is yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. 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 And you said that Mr. Whitaker, there was a car there in the parking lot that you believe was rented by Mr. Whitaker. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And the gentleman that you allege to have committed this robbery, there is no video footage of him getting into that car. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. No video footage of that person after they walked out of the store. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
All right, any redirect,
Not this time, Your Honor.
closing arguments?
I'll reserve.
Judge will submit on the testimony presented.
All righty, so based upon the evidence presented, I do find that there's sufficient probable cause to bind both charges over to the state court, Superior Court, Clayton County, that's the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Detective Go.
and Your Honor, that concludes my business before the court may be excused.
Yes, have a great day.
Thank you, Judge. And just to double and triple check, Jonathan Johnson's case will be on the 8:30 Friday bond calendar, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. I'll see you
Thank
Friday
you.
morning.
All righty.
Your Honor, am I free to be dismissed?
Yes, thank you. Have a
All
great
right,
one.
thank you.
Your Honor, I have an announcement regarding Attorney Rosenblum's client, Mr. Cortez.
Okay.
I've been advised that the officer actually did file for leave in this matter, and thus has a conflict for today and is requesting that the case be continued.
Is this the first time on the calendar?
It is, from my understanding, Your Honor.
Mm. Do you have a response, Attorney Rosenblum?
Your Honor, I mean, we've been sitting here for 2.5 hours, and this is the first I've heard of any type of leave. Is the leave for personal or medical, or do we know?
Just leave. This one, I don't know.
Well, I would object based on lack of any type of prior advice and the unspecificity of leave, but I understand the court's position.
Yes, so I'm going to continue that to 12, was it 12:10?
I believe, should it 10? I don't know.
Is 12:10, yes.
For some reason, I'm thinking the 15th, and maybe it was just for those particular two cases.
Yes, it was just for those two cases.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So 12:10. Officer on leave, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All right,
you.
sorry about that,
Oh,
counsel.
that's all right. And 88 Thomas, I sent you a amended bond modification for the Muscari case that we did back in April. So if you
It popped up. As soon as we're done with, I'm not even looking at that right now. I'll be
Oh,
honest.
I know. I
with
just
you. I'll
want to make
look
sure
at
you
it.
know
When
about
we're
it.
done with this, I can go back. I'll backtrack.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, Your Honor. DA Thomas, with that.
Wait a minute. I do have a question. Should it come to me or should it go to DA Mosley? Because like I said, I haven't even read it. I looked at the first one, I glanced at it, then I saw a second one, and then you
all it
mentioned.
is removing the custodial issue.
Okay, and
Yes, that case. Yes.
All
yeah,
right.
that
Yeah,
one.
that case.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting phone call yesterday. But yes,
That's
that case.
okay.
But other than that, no, may I be excused?
Yes, have a great one.
Have a great day.
Okay. And Your Honor, I believe Ms. Bulwer has one, and I'm in the process of reaching out to that officer to get him to log on.
Okay.
And Officer Holloway is holding for Attorney Lewis, I believe.
The judge, if I could get him to jail in the meantime.
All righty. You can just, oh, no, you're not. Shanice, if you can move him.
Yes.
Attorney Lewis haven't come back yet. Okay. All righty. I'll be on standby.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm gonna put you in room one, Attorney Rogers. Stay in two, I'm sorry.
Ms. Hopkins, I can't understand what you were saying.
You can stay in room two. I'm gonna add the jail in to room two.
You're very muffled. I'm not sure why.
It's my laptop. I don't know why either, Judge.
Well,
Is this better?
not really, but are you saying that the jail can meet me in two? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I just placed the jail in room two.
Okay, that's better. Yeah. Thank you.
Jail, if you can meet Attorney Rogers in room two.
Ms. Bower,
Yeah.
we finally spoke with Mr. Kelly, so I'm changing the conditions to no violent and harassing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. He was in the hospital. He had a heart attack. So
Oh.
yeah, so he called us back today.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Judge, I got a couple of updates for you on 88 Thomas.
All right.
On Mr. Donovan Smith, that's going to be a fast track.
Okay.
On Survival Sturgis, it's going to be a bond production, a bond waiver, I should say, excuse me.
Okay.
On DeAndre Williams, the judge said they didn't have him up, but I gave him the LE. They're going to try to get him, I guess, during one of the hearings I think they'll still have. So, need to hold on Mr. Williams.
And so that's the only person we're holding for you.
Yes, ma'am. As far as I know, yeah.
And Ms. Davis, I guess Shanice, we need to reach out to Brandon Lewis about Diego.
Okay.
And find out where he is and see if he's logging on.
Judge, he's usually pretty good, at least about sending an email, but I don't see anything from him this morning. I'm gonna check my emails. Wait a minute, he did send something. Hold on. He wants to do a straight waiver on that one, Judge.
Okay, great.
I
Thank
forward
you.
it to the court. Do I need to send it to Ms. Hockless or do I send it to Rachel?
You can send it to me and Miss. Well, do you have where it says judicial assistant?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, send it. Always send it in that, so that all of them will get it.
Okay.
And that is Brandon Lewis, and that's good waiver. All right.
He's usually really good. As soon as he gets a minute, he'll send something to me and Ms. Davis.
Ready? Well, I will be on standby.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, Sarge,
Judge,
I
is
got
the,
Guy Davidson.
Is DeAndre Williams the last one?
Counties and route to get
Everybody
I needed to go over.
able to go back?
Thank you.
Judge Case Johnson.
OTB.
Yes.
You see that at the bottom?
Is Mr. Williams the
means
only
me
one
and
that
me.
we're waiting on, or?
Snatch it off.
I can't hear you.
I said, is
Right.
Mr. DeAndre Williams the only one we're waiting on?
And put it in the window.
Well, no, we have Attorney Lewis just came in, so I'm sure he's going to make an announcement. Only people we have remaining is Julius Buncombe and Quinn Hansen,
You just take the face sheet.
Hughley,
Get ready, you pull them out.
Smith, and Williams is who we have left.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Hey, Judge.
Huh?
Give me about 10 minutes to get stationary in a place, and we can do the prelim on Butte,
Okay.
Buckley, and on Hughley, and then you should have had Kiana Smith as well. Can you hear me,
Yes,
Judge?
we do. Uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't hear you tell the officer we should still have Smith as well.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Give me 15 minutes, ma'am.
All right.
Mute my audio. Fuck.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Jail, are you trying to get the judge's attention?
Yes, ma'am. I was trying to see if they were looking for Williams.
Wait a minute, hold on. Judge Case Johnson,
Yes, ma'am.
I think the jail is trying to get your attention.
What's going on, deputy?
Were y'all waiting for Williams?
For what now?
Were y'all waiting for a Williams?
I was waiting on DeAndre Williams.
What happened right here? Do you need to go to the breakout room?
Yeah.
I'll put you both in breakout room one.
They're already in 2.
Okay. I'll leave
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Judge, can I get a quick breakout room with Attorney Lewis?
Yes, ma'am. I'll put you in breakout room one.
You said 1?
Yes.
Okay. Attorney Lewis, can you hear me?
Mute.
Are you speaking to Craig Lewis?
Yes.
Okay,
I was
yes,
trying,
ma'am.
okay, I was trying to meet you in the breakout room.
Okay, hold on just a minute, please. I want to make sure that they've enabled that feature because I didn't hear. There we go. Yes, it's there.
Join button.
Excuse me, Judge. 88 Thomas.
Yes.
It's gonna be a consent bond on Mr. Williams, DeAndre Williams.
Okay. All right. And who has Desiree Lucas?
That I don't know.
I don't have anything down, 88 Thomas for Desiree Lucas.
Your Honor, there's a private attorney on the calendar.
Say that again.
Private attorneys on the calendar? The announcement was that the officer had recalled that warrant,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
but however, she still remains unreleased. So that I thought someone was looking into that.
I have it. She did bring it here. I'm going to file a separate dismissal. I'm not sure. It is in the system that is recalled, but
Okay.
I'm going to I'll do a separate order right now. Thank you. And we're just waiting on Attorney Lewis.
Judge, I'm back, and I think I have an announcement on a case. I have an officer logging in on a case, and I can do those things as soon as he gets back. Regarding Miss Boulware's case, I also have an announcement, so she can.
Okay, on Hanson.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's gonna be asking for continuance on that one.
Okay, what's the reason?
I need to get my officer in the court, and I don't think he actually knows that he's supposed to be here.
He doesn't have a bond.
And Your Honor, you offered a bond. This is the second time on the calendar. I asked for a continuance when it was on for October 20th. He cannot make a bond. So that is why we requested a hearing. And at this point, we would ask for a dismissal with the court's obviously consideration.
Your Honor, is correct. It was rescheduled to this date in October. However, that was a continuance for the defense, not the state.
All right, hold for a moment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge Case Johnson.
She said, hold on for a second.
Oh, she
Mr.
did.
Lewis.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Thank you.
How can I help you, Mr. Lewis?
You can't help with this one. This is an announcement that 88 Thomas and I have to deal with in front of the judge. Yeah. Thank you for the offer, however.
Oh, and 88 Thomas. I don't know if you heard, but the consent bond on DeAndre Williams.
Thank you. Is that your last one?
It is.
Okay.
Ms. Patrice Davis, I think you're here monitoring. Is that correct?
Voiceover off.
Miss Davis, are you here?
Voiceover on. Active.
Yes, I'm here.
I think Mr. Lewis was asking you something.
Mute my audio.
I didn't hear you. Attorney Lewis, go ahead. Attorney Lewis?
88 Thomas has shared with me the emails that you have copied me on. I don't have access to it right now because I'm off email. I mean offline. But when I can get online, I'll verify your concern concerning that person. But
Oh,
I
yes,
think,
I just need to know because the case has not been continued, so I'm not sure. I had your note down as being a waiver. So
yes, ma'am.
okay.
Did I have it did I have it as a straight waiver or a
Yes, the announcement that I have on my note is that it was a straight waiver.
and without saying his name, what was the charge?
Child molestation.
Okay, yep, that's a straight waiver. What'd you have, ADA Chapman?
I had that it was continued to December the 3rd, but if it's a straight waiver, that's fine with me. Let me update my calendar.
Don't update it. That dude's been in jail for a minute now, hadn't he?
I
And
don't think so.
because I didn't get a continuance for that case.
Yeah. Let me verify, Andrew, before you update or change something.
Okay.
Because it could be Creole's imagination, but I think she's right.
All right, Attorney Lewis.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, there's an officer trying to get in.
That's for one of his cases, Your Honor. That's him.
Okay. All right, so on Hanson, I'm going to do one final continuance, and that's going to be to 12/10. That's going to be state's request.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and then Attorney Lewis.
Yes, Judge. With respect to the Kenyatta Smith matter, Judge. Madam Prosecutor advises me that she's going to be asking the court for a continuance on this case today.
Okay.
For one of a witness. I have told her that I am opposed to the continuance. She has had a continuance in the past.
Nope.
And yes, you have.
Nope. It's
Let me
been,
tell you
I'm looking at the paperwork. It's been continued 3 times, and every one of them says to grant defense attorney's request for a continuance. The first one looks like it was on August the 13th.
Yes.
Second one was on September the 10th.
That's yours on September the
No,
10th.
it says
No, it
at the
is.
request of the defense, state did not object.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't, but I did.
And this is, are we talking about Kenyatta Smith?
Yes, Judge.
We'll see what.
The reason why we are opposed to the continuous, Judge, is the person who asserts himself as or that the state has identified as a victim has been online this morning waiting to testify that he is in fact not a victim of this individual. And they have been with us the entire day. The last continuous was mine, Judge, because we could not get him on the phone fast enough without delaying the court. But yes, the state is correct that I have the last continuance. My records indicate they have September the 10th. Miss Thomas disagrees with that. And then the August 13th was my continuance to meet with him in the jail.
Okay.
So there is a witness here if in fact the state is saying that his dad is in fact the victim. They just don't want to use that witness. They want to use somebody else that wasn't there.
Under the state, it will be using the witness that the victim outcried to, as the court is well aware. Things can change between the time of the original incident when statements are made and the time that cases actually come to court. In this particular case, I would need my officer to corroborate why he or she did charge this defendant with the charge he has. I am aware that the defendant may have some mental health issues that the family is concerned about. Having said that, I would like to have my officer here to clarify, if for no other reason, why this young man has been sitting in jail.
Are we online, Judge?
No.
Okay. He does say, I can confirm that he does have a psychiatric diagnosis. That, however, doesn't have bearing on this particular case. It does. He of course is diminishing further while he sits in jail.
And why the officer not here?
I am not sure, Your Honor. I honestly am not. And yeah, I will clarify, the reset from to October the 1st was a state reset, and it was because the officer was not present. I'm looking at my notes and not the top sheet on the packet. So on September
Yeah.
the 10th, that was a state reset.
And so he's been in jail since,
I think my first time seeing him was on August 13th, so he had been there since July.
Yeah, it looks like he was booked into the jail July 14th, I think.
and he hasn't had a prelim yet.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. Then they put a parole hold on the 18th.
Does he still have that hold? Do you know?
I don't, and I'm just looking at his local.
I don't believe the parole officer is going to act on this, Judge. I have received communications from the family. Judge, let me just say this. Can we go into because of the psychological part of this? Can we go into our breakout room really quick?
All right. So
I'm so uncomfortable with
here's the
that.
thing. We have been doing this since July. I'm
Yes.
just gonna dismiss these charges. He's been sitting in jail on this since July. He went to first appearance on July 16th. Although I am hesitant because of the violence of these charges.
He-
Um,
the victim is here to tell you, Judge, that no violence took place. I can absolutely tell you that.
well, I agree with 88 Thomas. Sometimes stories change.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I'll go into a breakout room with and I just add his communication on the order to dismiss.
Yes. Thank
So
you,
I'll
Judge.
go in the breakout room. 88, both of you guys are already in room 1. I will put Kenneth Smith in room 1, and then I will join.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Excuse me, Judge, before you
Yes.
do
Uh-huh.
that,
Uh-huh.
I have completed my business for the day. May I please be excused?
Yes, have a great one.
Thank you, you too.
Why are you leaving?
She
I
don't
know,
want to be
right?
with us. She don't like us no more.
We
Right?
hungry. Mr. Rogers, you joining me?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
You don't like
second.
us either.
Well,
Hey,
I'm hungry
Doggone
too.
public defender people.
See y'all later.
Bye.
All right, Deputy, if we can get Pierre Hughley, please.
Who did you say, Judge?
Offense 28.
Pierre Hughley.
The sanitation crew,
Okay, give me
Sergeant
one
Strickland
second.
was requesting the sanitation crew. You will hear me. How's your
Officer Holloway.
not allowed to go?
Here, ma'am.
Okay, you're up. Sorry for the wait. It's been a day.
It's fine.
I appreciate your patience.
You're very welcome.
All right, let me go live on YouTube. Oh, we were still live. Hold on. Are you Mr. Pierre Hughley? All right, the defendant has indicated that he is in fact Mr. Pierre Hughley. Hold on. Now calling the matter of State of Georgia versus Pierre Hughley, charged in warrant number 2025 CW 7245, aggravated assault by strangulation. 2025 CW 57246, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. 2025 CW 57247, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. 2025 CW 57248, battery family violence. 2025 CW 57251, robbery. 2025 CW 57252, obstruction. Representing the state is ADA Thomas. Representing the defendant is Attorney Craig Lewis. Your witness, ADA Thomas.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you should give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You can put your hand down, state your name for the record.
Officer Charles Holloway, Clayton County Police Department.
And officer, were you so employed on or about October the 18th of 2025?
Yes, I was.
And did you have occasion to investigate an incident that occurred at 5735 Old Dixie Highway?
Correct.
And is that within the confines of Forest Park, Clayton County?
It is.
And did you the incident that was investigated, did that involve a Pierre Hughley?
It did.
Could you please advise the court as to what happened on that date at that location involving Mr. Hughley?
Initially, I responded to Sylvia Drive where the victim was. She was hiding from the male after she had fled from the car. There was an earlier incident where they had gotten into it about him cheating, and apparently he had struck her multiple times with a fist, choked her unconscious, took her phone from her at gunpoint while she was on the phone with 911 before she was able to flee from him to the location where we met her at.
Okay, now did all of this happen in the defendant in a car, or
It happened in the vehicle at the gas station.
And who was it, the victim's car, Mr. Hughley's car?
I believe it was Mr. Hughley's mom's car from what the victim told me.
And how exactly did the robbery occur?
Can you rephrase your question?
How exactly what did he do to affect the robbery? You say he used a weapon?
Yes. He pulled out a black pistol, held it against her head, saying, "You cop AB, I will shoot you and kill you. Give me your phone."
I'm sorry, repeat that. You cop AB?
He called her cop ass bitch.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, just tell us what he said, okay?
Yes.
We've heard worse. Did she in fact give him her phone?
Yes. And upon receiving the phone, she was on the phone with 911 trying to call 911, and that's when the time he put the gun down, took the phone from her, and then choked her out.
So the choking part happened after he forced her to give him the phone?
Right.
Well, did you see any type of physical injury or anything to the victim?
Yes, she had multiple bruises that were photographed on her face and on her neck that indicated someone had constricted her throat.
You could see fingerprints.
I wouldn't say fingerprints, but you could see the bruising indicative of maybe finger marks.
Okay. Now let me ask you something. You said she was on the phone with 911.
Correct. She was
Did
called.
not
She said that she had dialed 911. It was on the phone calling 911 when he took the phone from her.
had it actually connected to 911?
I don't know. I wasn't able to find out.
Okay. So you don't know if it was actually recorded by 911.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Did the victim indicate to you how she got away from him or if she was able to get away from him?
Yes, she was able to. When he went inside to go, I believe he went inside to go buy a blunt. She fled the vehicle on foot. I believe it was southwest toward Sylvia Drive, where she hid in the neighborhood and borrowed a random person's phone to call 911.
Where was her phone?
He had taken it.
When he went in the store, he still had it?
He still had possession of the phone when she fled.
What happened to the weapon?
To my knowledge, he put it back on his person and walked inside the store.
Now, was he detained that day?
No, he was not. Warrants were applied for him shortly thereafter.
Did you pick him up or was he picked up with someone else?
He was picked up by Clayton County Sheriff's Office. I believe it was Deputy Rambo.
Did Ms. Garth indicate was she in any type of fear?
Yes, she said she feared for her life after losing consciousness that she may die. And then he even threatened her later on, saying that if I had a chance, I'll find you again and I'll do this all over again.
When did he make that threat?
That was, I believe, during the commission of the crime.
So it wasn't after she called the police?
No, after she called the police, to my knowledge, there was no contact with him after we made contact with her.
Do you know if she ever got her phone back?
I don't, but I do know that when the deputies arrested him, he still had a pistol on him.
He still had a pistol on him?
A black handgun on him.
Do you know if it was the same weapon that was involved in the incident with this victim?
She said she didn't know much about firearms and brands, so she couldn't tell me what make, model, or caliber it was.
Was she able to even give a color?
Black.
Was she able to describe Mr. Hughley?
She's able to give a description, name, date of birth, and everything about him.
And what type of relationship were they in?
They were previously living together, dating. They were not married, but they were living together previously. And I believe they were on their way back to Alabama when this occurred.
So they don't live here?
Correct. What she wrote in her statement was they were on their way back to Montgomery, I believe.
And what is her name? Do you recall?
Who were you speaking with? The victim?
The victim, yes.
Give me 1 second. I can tell you. It is Ebony Garth.
Have you ever seen or talked to this defendant?
No, ma'am. I was unable to locate him. By the time I found his tag, looked it up on Flock, he was already on the Forest Park, City of Atlanta limits, headed eastbound.
You say he was?
The vehicle was.
Okay. She was not in the vehicle, correct?
During the time of the incident, yes, but when I made contact with her, no.
Okay. You said something, you mentioned something about the vehicle was already you looked on Flock, and if I misunderstood what you said, please correct me. You looked on Flock and it was already by the city of Atlanta or something to that effect?
When I ran the tag, I looked it up on Flock. It was already seen headed eastbound past the Chick-fil-A in Forest Park, headed toward the city of Atlanta.
So he was driving the vehicle when you were able to trace the tag. When you
She said that he was the driver of the vehicle.
And he just left her there.
Correct. He didn't leave her there. He left her at the gas station.
Okay.
But during the incident, they were the only two people in the vehicle.
Do you know if she was able to record anything that happened? Was she able to?
She wasn't able to tell me because she didn't have the phone.
Okay. And do you know if the gas station itself was equipped with any type of video that may have captured this?
Didn't capture the incident, but I could see the reaction of patrons standing in front of the store, pointing and looking as if they were shocked by what they were seeing. And moments later, I saw that male, the male in front of me on the camera, come into the store, walk around into the store, have a verbal quick discussion with the store clerk, and then run back out.
Do you know where that video is?
That's still going to be on the closed circuit camera with the store.
So that was not recovered from the store?
No, they were unable to make a copy of it for me.
Was anyone able to maybe make a copy on body cam? Record it onto the body cam?
It may have copied on my body camera, but I was standing right in front of the camera.
You don't know if it did. You haven't looked at it to see?
I do not. But the
Okay.
when I did describe the mail that I was looking for, the owner or the store clerk, that's when he pointed out the video what time he came in, because he remembers him coming in at a specific time.
And were you able to see on that video the person described to you by the victim?
Yes.
And is that the person that we have in front of us today in court? Do you see that
Yes.
person?
It is. It is on the jail camera.
Do you know if he said anything to the people in the store?
They said he was in the store yelling, but they couldn't tell me what he was saying. English is not their first language.
Okay. And please forgive me if I asked you this already, but I just want to make sure that it's out there. Did the victim indicate if she was in fear at all?
Yes. She stated and wrote down that she was in fear for her life. She stated when he choked her unconscious that she was scared that she wasn't going to wake back up.
And can you see, one more question, on the video, can you see whether or not he has a weapon?
In the store, no, I cannot, because he's wearing a bulky shirt, and it may have been covered, or it could have been in the vehicle. I don't know.
And does the video actually show him getting out of the car?
No, man, the video outside the store didn't work. The only one that worked was one on the front of, I guess you call it the front porch of the store, and the
Okay.
one inside the store. But they were all, the one outside was facing away, and the one inside the store kind of caught him in the back corner.
Okay. And no money was taken from the victim, just her cell phone?
To my knowledge, yes.
You know, I believe that's all I have of the officer reserve right for redirect.
All right, Attorney Lewis.
It does help if I turn the mute off. Good afternoon, officer.
Good afternoon, sir.
What's your last name?
Holloway.
Holloway. All right, thank you. All right, Officer Holloway, I heard a lot, but it was rather disjointed. So I'm going to go back and ask it very specifically. When you locate the vehicle by its tag on the flop, you don't know who the driver of the vehicle is at that time. Is that correct?
I do not know who the driver was of the vehicle, but I know the vehicle was registered to his mother, which is what the victim had already stated.
Well, that's good. I didn't ask nothing about the mother, but thank you for just telling us that. So you could not see the driver, though. That's the part that's important, correct?
Correct, because it takes a picture from the rear of the vehicle.
Uh-huh. And that picture doesn't see any part of the inside of the vehicle?
No.
Okay. Officer, did you have your body cam on when you were viewing the flop?
Yes.
Okay. Is your body cam preserved under this incident number?
Yes.
Thank you. When you first responded, you did not find the lady you're identifying as the victim at the gas station. Is that right?
The initial location we responded to was the location she called from when she borrowed another patron's phone in the neighborhood on Sylvia Drive.
So
it's about a block over from there.
So let me do it differently. Give me yeses and nos.
Okay.
That's not the gas station, correct?
Correct.
All right. Did you encounter her at that point?
At the residence she called from?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. When she was at that residence that she called from, you laid eyes on her and you saw bruising on her, correct?
Correct. There's photos taken that were attached to the report.
That's fine. And the bruises that you saw, where were they?
On her neck and on both sides of her face.
On the neck and on both sides of the face. Uh, what do the bruises look like?
Bruises.
Okay. No
Recent
particular
bruises.
definition.
I'm sorry.
No particular definition to them.
I would say a mark on her neck that was indicative of hand mark
Mm-hmm.
by the size of where a thumb and maybe an index and middle finger would be squeezing.
Mm-hmm.
And on the face, I would say bruising indicative of strike marks by a closed fist.
Okay. And at this residence that you saw her at, there was somebody else there also?
When we spoke to her, I only spoke to her, but there was a
Okay.
person there that I guess she'd flagged down and she used her phone.
Okay. So it's a young lady.
Correct. I was told a young lady. I never made contact with her because
I
she
see.
was a stranger.
So so your encounter, although you're at that address of this lady, you're actually encountering this lady, your victim outside of the residence. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. The victim told you that she passed out.
Yes, she said she lost consciousness
Where did she say that happened at?
in the car.
Okay. And you said that she told you that there was a gun to the side of her head?
She said there was a gun against the forehead.
Against her forehead. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And what was said to her? Well, actually, let me just abbreviate that.
Yeah.
You said cop AB.
Correct.
Is your victim a cop?
No, sir. She said that he was referring to the fact that she was calling 911 for help, that she was more friendly with the police than she should be.
Oh, okay. All right. So her call to the police was before the gun goes to her head. Is that right?
When she called from while she was on her personal phone, she
Uh-huh.
was calling 911, and that's when he took the phone. When we made contact with her on the secondary call from the other patron's phone, that's when we made contact with her.
Yeah, I got that part.
Okay.
I'm back at the gun to the head and the cop
Correct.
AB part.
Okay.
Has she already called 911 there?
To my knowledge, I'm not sure.
Okay.
She
I
never
got you.
specified. She told me it was closer to the end of the incident when he took the phone from her when she was losing consciousness.
Okay, got it. Now, did anything else happen when he had the gun to her head?
He threatened her, saying that if he ever saw her again, he would do the same thing again.
So he was in essence trying to get rid of her?
She told me that he said he would kill her. They've
So
had incidents before, but they were never documented.
so when he says that, according to her, if I see you again, I'll do it again. He has the gun to her head?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay.
She never specified when the gun was removed and placed back against her forehead during the incident. She stated that the gun was pointed, put against her head, but never said at which time, for how long, and in what direction.
All right. And you say when it was placed and then removed, was it put to her head more than once?
Possibly.
But you don't know that.
Correct. I wasn't there.
And she didn't indicate that.
She did not.
Okay. All right. Anything else happened while the gun was to her head?
Other than striking her and choking her and taking the phone from her and making threats that I can recall.
I'm sorry, striking her, choking her, and making threats. What you blinked out on me. What was the other part you said?
I can't recall anything else other than that.
Okay. All right. When did she pass out?
After she was choked.
After she was choked.
Correct.
Sorry,
strangled.
Okay.
She wasn't choked. There was no food in her throat. It was hands on her throat.
Okay. And is the gun to her head when she's being choked?
Well, I'm assuming if he's using both hands, probably not.
Okay. Now, what gets taken from her? Is it just the phone?
Just the cell phone.
And she says that happens when she's passing out?
She said it was taken while it was at gunpoint.
Okay. So the choking doesn't happen while he's got the phone and he's got the gun.
I would assume it happened when he had free hands.
Yeah, he'd have to have at least one more hand anyway. All right. What is it that he would do again?
That he would choke her and beat her and try to kill her.
But I thought he said that when he had the gun to her head.
Okay. He said it again. That means that he intends to do it again.
That he would do it again
Correct.
while he's holding the gun and the cell phone. Is that your understanding?
To my understanding, he would probably kill her.
No, I'm talking about "I'd do it again," that statement.
Yeah.
That's
He would do
while
everything he did
he's
to her again until he
hold
killed
on, let me ask the question, because I want to make sure I understand it right.
her. Okay.
He's gonna, while he's holding the gun and taking the cell phone, he says, "I would do it again," and your conclusion is that he
Not my conclusion, hers.
well, no, we haven't heard from her. We're hearing from you.
Okay, well, I'm going by what she told me.
All right, great. So what had he done to her according to her before the gun was pointed at her?
They were arguing about him getting caught with a on the phone with him texting another female and cheating.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, hang on a second for me. All right. How did your victim say she came to be in the state of Georgia?
They were riding together.
They were riding together from where?
I believe from Alabama on the way back to Alabama.
All right, so they were coming to
Yeah, he does have family here in Georgia.
I'm sorry, repeat that for me.
He has family here in Georgia.
He has family here in Georgia. All right, and so they've come to Georgia from Alabama.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You said that she said that they had lived together before
Correct, in Alabama.
in Alabama. All right, I've got no further questions at this time.
All right, any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, closing arguments, ADA Thomas.
I'll reserve.
Go ahead, Attorney Lewis.
Judge, let me talk to my client first before we do closing.
Mhm.
Thank you. You've got to enable that feature for me.
You should be able to join.
Okay, let me try.
See. 'Cause I don't know, I don't see.
Which room are they in, Judge?
Can you see,
Join breakout room button.
for some reason, I don't see my breakout rooms.
Join
I'll put him in breakout room 1.
Okay, thank
Jeff,
you.
please go to breakout room 1.
but not now. You have been assigned to room 1. Join button.
Attorney Lewis is waiting for you in room 1.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
is defendant back?
Not yet. No, they're still over
You want
there.
me, you want me to go over there and try to get him back?
Yes, please.
Okay, yes. Hold on. They weren't over there, Judge, when I went over there.
They're back.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Judge, we submit based on the testimony.
All right. Based upon the evidence presented, I do find a sufficient probable cause to bind all the charges over to the Superior Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court.
Thank
And
you.
so,
Thanks, officer. She ain't
thanks,
said nothing,
officer.
but thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
Good day. Thank you.
Now, what about Buncombe?
State's ready.
We're ready.
All right. Deputy, can we get Julius Buncombe?
Officer Street.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is it? It's your turn.
All right.
Am I pronouncing your name correct? Is it Street or Strite?
It's straight, but yeah,
Strite,
I'm used to
okay.
it. It's okay. Yeah.
Did you get a message from me earlier?
We still, wait a minute, hold on,
11:33.
hold on. We still live?
Oh. Yes. Do y'all need to go in the breakout room, 88 Thomas?
Not me.
Oh, no.
No?
We're
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
And this is Ms. Buncombe. All righty. Are you Mr. Julius Buncombe? Buncombe? All right. So the defendant has indicated that he is in fact Mr. Julius Buncombe. This is we're about to start your preliminary hearing. This is a matter of State of Georgia versus Julius Buncombe, charged in warrant number 2025 WA08979, fleeing and eluding. 2025 WA08980, failure to signal before turning. 2025 WA08981, improper lane change. 2025 WA08982, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance. 2025 WA08983, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance. 2025 WA08984, obstruction. 2025 WA08985, drug-related items. 2025 WA08986, reckless driving. 2025 WA08987, aggressive driving. 2025 WA08988, wrong side of the road. 2025 WA08989, driving under the influence. 2025 WA08990, failure stop sign violation. 2025 WA08991, speeding. 2025 WA08992, stop sign violation. 2025 WA08993, stop sign violation. 2025 WA08994, stop sign violation. 2025 WA08995, stop sign violation. 2025 WA08996, red light violation. 2025 WA08997, improper lane change. That was a lot. Representing the state is ADA Thomas. Representing the defendant is Attorney Crump Lewis. ADA Thomas, your witness.
Officer, could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you should give in the matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down, state your name for the record.
I'm Officer Strike with the Mara Police Department.
And Officer Stripe, were you so employed on or about October the 16th of 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have occasion to investigate an incident that occurred on I-75 South exit ramp?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And is that within the confines of the city of Morrow?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And is that within Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And during your investigation, did you have come into contact with a Julius Buncombe?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
What brought you into contact with Mr. Buncombe?
Officer Petrovich, following him on 75 South, noticed the vehicle that he was driving, failed to maintain his lane several times. So he pulled him over or conducted a traffic stop to possibly investigate a DUI, in which he determined after personal contact that he was possibly driving under the influence. So he notified me to come administer the standard field sobriety test.
Let me ask you a question. Are you standardized field sobriety test trained?
Yes, ma'am. I am certified in SFST.
Okay. And did you in fact respond to the scene at Officer Petrovich's request?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Okay. What happened?
I made contact with, or first I had a conversation with Officer Petrovich and for the reason for the stop, to determine the offenses that the driver could possibly be under the influence. After he told me he failed to maintain his lane several times on the interstate, um, made contact with the driver at his window. As soon as I made contact with him, before saying a word, I noticed that his eyes were glassy and red, and his eyelids were very droopy. He had a very slow body movements, sluggish body movements that possibly could have indicated that, results of either a drug or an alcoholic beverage. Um, the He had like a slow slurred speech, which is another indicator of possibly under the influence. While I was at the window, I did notice that there was a Febreze bottle on the side of his leg. At first, I thought it was a weapon, so I was asking him what that was because it looked like possibly like the handle of a weapon. I asked him to raise it up, and he was very hesitant. Once he finally showed me, I was like, that's weird. That's a Febreze bottle sitting on the side of your leg, and that's what I could smell. And I was like, yeah. And then I noticed a bunch of shake, which is also marijuana residue, like in this cup holder, like
Okay,
all around it and
let's
everything.
stop. Well, we're not gonna assume anybody knows anything. When you use the term shake, what are you talking? What are you seeing?
It's marijuana. It's marijuana. This small pieces of it that's on the center console, like by the
What,
cup holders and all that, like the plastic.
could you smell it?
No, ma'am, I could not smell. All I could smell was the Febreze.
The little bits and pieces of stuff. What did they look like?
It's like it's a green leafy substance. That looked like marijuana from my training knowledge experience. I mean, it looked like
Okay.
marijuana.
Stop 1 second, officer, because you broke up a little bit. You said from your training and what?
Training knowledge and experience, it looked like marijuana.
Okay. You've seen something like that before?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay. Please continue.
While still investigating, I asked if he has had any alcoholic beverages or had smoked any marijuana or done any drugs, and he denied having all of them. But he was telling me that he was coming from Terra Boulevard. But until it wouldn't tell me exactly where when questions. As I was asking him, I was like, okay, well, can you step out of the vehicle for me? That's when he decided to accelerate at a high rate of speed, trying to flee us, running a red light on the 75 South exit ramp, turning on right onto Jonesboro Road. There's a red light there with red arrows. and a sign indicating that you cannot turn right on red. At that point, Officer Petrovich, he was already in his vehicle, so he took off after the vehicle. I can't speak for Officer Petrovich. So when I was going to cut him off on Mount Zion Road, I was able to catch up to them on Mount Zion Road going toward Terra Boulevard. At that point, they decided to turn around and go back down Mount Zion Road eastbound. I took lead into the pursuit and assisted the vehicle off the roadway after I got permission to assist the vehicle off the roadway. Once we got
Right,
him
let
off
me
the
stop.
roadway.
Hold on, officer, hold on. When you say assist the vehicle off the roadway, exactly what did you do?
So I used a maneuver called the pit maneuver. It's basically using my vehicle, pushing the back end of his vehicle, and assisted him off the roadway.
You pushed him off the road?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. Now, did he in fact stop or did the chase continue?
The chase continued. Or no, after I assisted him off the roadway, the pursuit ended. As far as vehicle wise, he did try to run by foot when he was apprehended by Officer Petrovich.
So he just jumped out the vehicle and took off running?
Yes, ma'am.
And exactly at where were you all? Had he made it back to the expressway, or was he still on Mount Zion?
He was still on Mount Zion.
Okay. Was he running down Mount Zion in the middle of the road or on the side of the road, or where was
He was. So the vehicle ended up. The final stop was on down an embankment near a store. He probably ran 20, 30 yards before we apprehended him. So he didn't get very far on foot.
Now, after you all were able to stop him, what happened next, if anything?
We took him into custody by placing handcuffs on him. During that, he had a book bag with him at the time. Officer Carson was the one looking or searching that because, you know, he was searching that because it was on his person. We had to search that to make sure there's no weapons or contraband, and found large bags of marijuana that was inside of it.
Do you recall the total weight of the marijuana?
10 ounces, 10 and some change.
Okay, so it was less than an ounce. No, I'm sorry, 10 ounces. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong day. Okay. Was there anything, and is this loose marijuana or different forms of marijuana?
Different forms of marijuana.
Okay. Was anything else? You said marijuana. What else was in the bag, if anything?
There was sandwich bags. I believe a scale that was also in there as well. And I can't recall if I found anything else in there, or Officer Carson found anything else in there. She's the one that initially looked through the bag and found all that.
Did you see the items that were found inside the bag?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Do you know if any THC was found in the bag?
The THC was not found in the bag. The THC gummies was found inside the vehicle, sitting right up in that little compartment right up underneath the radio. Once we were doing a search of the vehicle to make sure there was no more weapons or marijuana inside the vehicle, I did find that. While looking at it, I did notice that there was one whole gummy missing. They're THC gummies. And I did notice there was one missing when the bag says there was 5.
How many
That's
did you
supposed to be
find?
inside the bag. Ma'am?
How many? You said there was supposed to be 5 in the bag?
There's supposed to be 5 gummies in the bag. I only saw 4.
Okay. Was Mr. Buncombe able to advise as to, did he make any statements to you all at all? Let me say, stop that.
No, ma'am.
Was there anyone else in the vehicle besides Mr. Buncombe?
No, ma'am.
What happened to the marijuana, the gummies, and what happened?
As far as what we did with it?
Yes, what did you do with them?
Placed him in my vehicle after we got done with the process of booking him, or took him to the hospital to get him cleared. Once that happened, another officer took was watching after him at the hospital. I went back to the police department and placed all that into evidence.
Okay. Was anything tested?
No, ma'am.
Did you find anything else in the backpack other than the marijuana?
No, I can't recall. No, not without looking at my notes.
Your Honor, may the officer be allowed to refresh his recollection?
Yes, you may.
Let me know when you're ready, officer.
Okay.
Ready?
No, I didn't find. There was nothing else inside the bag, the boat bag. All the rest of the THC gummies, the excuse me, reading after that as well. The plastic bags was not in the bag. It was inside the vehicle. Officer Carlson also found more marijuana besides inside the bag. He found it, or she found it in the trunk, amongst some other empty bags. There was a lot of empty. I think there was probably about 4 or 5 empty of the bags that looks just like the bags that had the marijuana inside the book bag.
So when you say bags, are we talking like Kroger bags or something different or unique?
We're talking about like sealed bags, like sealable bags, like the I can't think of the term for it. See, I'll just say sealable bags.
You said sandwich, sealable,
No, not sandwich sealable bags. The ones that you would have to cut open to open it.
Are these bags used for packaging or jewelry or anything?
Packaging.
Packaging what?
Anything that you would want to preserve, or like having no moisture, like they're vacuum sealed.
Have you seen baggies like this before?
I have, from what other officers have made an arrest.
Now, officer, you have him charged with an assortment of traffic charges.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you observe him failing to yield?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
What about was he using his turn
Objection,
signal?
Judge Leading.
Yes, sustain. You can
Yeah, I'm just going by the warrants.
okay, I know, but you can't suggest the answer.
Also, were there any other individuals traveling about on this particular day at this location?
Yes, ma'am.
You saw traffic?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Was any of those persons driving those vehicles placed in jeopardy by this behavior?
Yes, ma'am, there was.
Did you ever see Mr. Bumpkin fail to maintain his lane?
Objection, Leading.
Overruled. You can re-ask that.
You have him charged with erratic lane change. Why?
He was changing lanes without signaling, which, without saying anything, that's erratic lane change. Continuously changing lanes is erratic lane change.
You also have him charged with driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see that?
I saw it on video from Officer Petrovich.
Which brings up my next question. Was any of this captured on video?
Yes, ma'am. All of it was captured on video.
Do you have video of it?
I have video as well as the most of the traffic charges on Officer Petrovich video, dash cam and his body camera.
So at least 2 officers have, 2 dash cams and 2 body cams worth of video for this?
Yes, ma'am.
You also have him charged with failure to obey a traffic control device. Why?
He ran the red light, turned right onto Jonesboro Road from the 75 South exit ramp, which is also on dash camera.
So all of the behavior that we've been discussing from the stop to the end, to the pit maneuver, is on somebody's body cam or dash cam?
Yes, ma'am.
The initial observations by Officer Petrovich, were they captured also?
Yes, ma'am, they were.
Hold on 1 second, it's a lot of charts covered all over. And I think that's all I have. Reserved right for reader. Oh, one more thing. The gentleman that's in court today, do you see him? Can you see him?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the person that you had the encounter with on October the 16th?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you describe him by physical appearance or article of clothing?
Yes, ma'am. He's wearing the looks like an orange shirt, and also recognize the tattoo that's above his left eye.
Okay. Thank you, Officer Young. That's all I have. Reserved right for redirect.
All right. Go ahead, Attorney Lewis.
Thank you, Judge. Officer Stripe, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Let's start with a few questions here on how you get involved in this. Petrovich, who's Petrovich work for?
He works for the city of Mara.
City of Morrow. Okay. And City of Morrow, that's all inside of Clayton County, right?
It is.
All right. And then is it Carlson or Carson?
Carson.
Carson, Carson.
Yes, and she's a
All
female.
right. Yeah, I got her. And she comes on scene after the stop, correct?
Yes.
Okay, after the final stop.
So she's actually on the scene as well for the initial stop.
So with Carson or with you?
So
you come on after Petrovich, right? So Petrovich gets him stopped, right?
Petrovich gets him stopped.
Is Carson on scene yet?
She, I think, actually arrives on scene. No, she arrives on scene after I do. Yeah.
All right,
So it's then me and then Officer Carson.
I got it. All right. So are you also DRE certified?
No, I'm not.
Okay. When you get to the car that is driven by the individual that you encounter with the Febreze can, do you ever get a chance to pull him out, or is he always inside?
So he is inside the vehicle as the initial stop, he's inside the vehicle.
Okay. All right. Did you ever find any open containers of alcohol in the vehicle?
No, I did not.
Did you ever get a chance? Are you saying that there were none in there, or you just didn't find them?
As far as alcoholic containers?
Yes, sir.
No, I didn't find any alcoholic containers inside the vehicle.
All right. Did you place him under arrest?
What? Well, I mean, I was the one that brought the charges. I placed the handcuffs on. Yes, I placed him under arrest. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You get a chance to smell his breath?
No, I did not.
All right. Did you continue your DUI field exercises after you arrested him?
Well, I don't need to. I can my personal contact with him.
I didn't
I
ask
can
you if you
determine that.
Hold on. I didn't ask if you needed to.
Okay.
I asked you, did you?
No, I did not with the circumstances.
All right, cool. Did you read implied consent warnings to him?
I did.
Okay. And did he refuse those, or did he approve those?
Honestly, I have to look at my notes again.
It's not necessary. Did you do a warrant for any other purposes related to the DUI?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I heard you to say that there were other vehicles on the road. Uh, is this on the road while you're driving, or is this on the road with Petrovich's body cam?
So not only was it an initial start of it, and there was
Mhm.
vehicles on the roadway, but there was vehicles with him as well once they get back on Mount Zion Road.
That's with you behind him, right?
That's what initially the start of it was Officer Petrovich and him. And
Okay.
then I took over the pursuit on Mount Zion Road.
Okay. Yeah, and I asked that question because I remember you saying Mountain Zion in your part, and then I remember you saying it 75 south of Petrovich. So Petrovich actually follows him on the Mountain Zion for a while. Is that right?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
So
And then,
I can tell you the exact location or the roads that he took that's what you want.
yeah, I don't need all that. I'm
Okay.
just trying to clear up the 75 and the Mountain Zion Road. And
Okay.
then it's and Mountain Zion Road goes towards Tara Boulevard.
It does.
And then you say he makes a turn on Tara against the Reds.
So he makes a turn inside of a parking lot,
Okay.
close to Terra Boulevard. I forget what I don't remember what business it was
Uh-huh.
that he turned around in.
Uh-huh.
Um, I ended up making a U-turn on Mount Zion Road. He went through the parking lot, um, and then went east back on Mount Zion Road, going back toward Jonesboro Road.
Where does he encounter those Reds at that you say he turns on?
So the red light is on 75 South exit ramp, turning onto Jonesboro Road.
Okay. And which way does he turn?
He turns right onto Jonesboro Road.
Turns right. There's a sign prohibiting right turns on that?
It is.
Okay. And then I heard you to say that he is failing to maintain his lane when Petrovich is following him.
Hmm.
Does he come is he weaving in the lane or is he coming out of the lane?
He's coming out of the lane.
Okay. And he comes out of the lane without signal, is that right?
No, failed to maintain his lane on 75. He's weaving in the lane, but he crosses over the fog line.
Okay. All right, fog to the right, lane 3, I guess.
It's the lane. If I remember correctly, it's lane 4.
Lane 4, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, hang on a second. Let me look at some things here, please. All right, let's talk about this marijuana for just a second, if you can.
Hmm.
You say you got some shake in the cup holder area, is that right?
Yes.
Is
Or around
that
the cup holder.
around the cup holder? Is
Hmm.
that measured? Is that weighted and measured and bagged, or is that left where it is?
The shake, yeah. There's
Yeah.
no. I didn't scrape the residue or the shake off of the cup holder. No.
All right, good. And then there's more marijuana inside the cabin of the automobile, is that right?
So the marijuana was found inside the bag. The THC gummies, which is just I don't really remember what you would classify that as. I guess just THC because they're gummies.
Mm-hmm.
That was found inside of a package that was opened. That was
Mm-hmm.
underneath the. It's like a compartment that's underneath the. I guess the radio and all the controls and stuff like that.
Okay, I got you.
That was found in there. More marijuana was found. Like it was, I guess it was in the trunk. I think it was what she explained. What she told me is she found more because there was like a bunch of bags as far as like trash bags full of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of that, there was more marijuana stashed into the trunk
Where
amongst those clothes.
I got you. Where was the weed that was in the in the bag that's not in the trunk?
You talking about? So the marijuana, 2 bags was found, or 2 or 3. I can't remember how many. There was found inside the book bag that he was carrying as he was trying to run on foot.
There we go. That's it. That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
get to. All right. So there's a book bag in his possession, and it's got bags inside of it, and inside that bag there is marijuana. Is that right?
correct.
How much is that weed right there weigh?
I couldn't say.
Okay. Um. So when you gave a weight number Actually, you didn't give a weight. Well, I think you did. You gave a weight number on direct examination. That weight number, is that the combined weight of all the weed?
It's combined.
I got it. Does it also include the weight of the THC?
No, it does not.
Okay. All right, great. Now on the weed, the car itself that's being driven, whose car is that?
I don't. I think he said it was his friends.
Okay. But you don't remember?
I don't remember exactly, no.
Okay.
But
The
from
yeah.
what I will say this though, what he was telling us about his clothes, he was asking me while he was in our custody on what we were going to do, if we could take his clothes with him. So
All right.
he did take ownership of those clothes that was inside of his trunk.
Okay. So and those clothes inside the trunk, were they in bags?
Trash bags
Trash bags. Yeah, yeah.
and
What
I believe some of the like the store bags.
okay. Was the marijuana that was in the trunk in those trash bags or those store bags?
I now we have also Carson would have to
Carson has to tell us
explain
about
that.
that.
I mean, yeah.
I got you. All right. You said his eyelids were droopy.
Yes.
All right. You said his eyes were bloodshot. Is that right? Red in
Glassy
color?
and red is what I put
Glassy
in my
red.
report.
What time of day was this?
I can't. It's like 1 o'clock, somewhere between 12 to 3 o'clock. I can't remember exact time.
Afternoon or AM?
AM.
AM. All right. You ever get a chance to ask him where he was coming from?
I did ask him where he was coming from.
Talk to me. What do you
Yes.
say? What do
He
you
said he
say?
was coming from Terra Boulevard, but wouldn't tell me exactly where.
Okay. Okay. All right. You get a chance to medically clear him?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you say there?
So I started there off at the hospital because it was he was throwing up and he's saying that his stomach was hurting.
Uh-huh.
Um, he was there for a while and they wanted to get scans and stuff like that. Um, while that was being completed, another traffic officer came and relieved me so I can go log in evidence.
Okay. You saw him throwing up though, right?
Yep.
Okay. So he was
Because he asked me to open the door while I was sitting in my car so he can throw up.
okay. And did in fact you see some vomit?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me go to one more thing and then I'll be done with this. You cited him, you or somebody else did, cited him with these THC gummies.
Hmm.
Why'd you cite him with those gummies?
It's it's a separate charge, I believe, because with the marijuana and
Uh-huh.
THC, the gummies is two different
Uh-huh.
charges.
Yeah. Yeah. Did the THC gummies, you said they came in a pack, right?
They did.
It is a store pack?
No, it's another sealable one, but it's the one that they would have to tear open and then
Vacuum seal.
no,
That
it's
kind
not
of
vacuum sealed. Well, I guess I don't know. There's like those little strips that you'd have to press and go across to make that seal.
Ziploc.
So yeah, Ziploc. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I got you. So there were THC gummies in the Ziploc, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So we don't know how'd you conclude that one was missing?
Well, it says 5 on the package.
Oh, the package has a label on it.
It does.
Okay. That helps. What was the THC content in those gummies?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I can't recall.
Okay. The marijuana, was it you took it into evidence, correct?
Yes, I did.
You sent it off to GBI for testing?
I did, as well as the
Okay.
THC gummies.
Did you separate the marijuana, what was in the backpack from what's in the trunk?
No, we combined all of it.
You combined them together. All
Mhm.
right. And you sent the THC gummies. I heard you add that in as well. Is that right?
Yeah, but that was separate. We placed them separately.
Okay. Hang on just a second for me. Officer, I believe that is it. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Right, any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Right, closing arguments?
I'll
Yes.
reserve.
Judge, I am going to submit on driving on the wrong side of the road. And I am going to submit, well, let me make sure. On the improper lane change, I'm going to submit on the possession of marijuana charge. And I'm going to ask the court to dismiss all the rest. Let me start with the two charges here. I'm gonna start with the fleeing charge, Judge. I absolutely heard the officer when he testified to the fact that the person pulled away from him at the stop. For the fleeing and attempting to elude charge to work in the state of Georgia, a person has to fail to stop once given command to stop by a person who is uniformed, wearing his badge of office and giving audible or visual signals that he intended for him to stop. You've received no testimony about any audible or visual signal telling this man to stop. I'm going to assume, although it is very dangerous, that this officer has his badge on. And so that particular charge there isn't supported by the testimony that you have. A charge that does reflect that behavior is the charge of obstruction. The hindering or prohibiting the officer from engage in his lawful discharge of his duties. That is the charge of obstruction, and that is what you have gotten testimony on thus far. THC, Judge, the possession of THC is not illegal in the state of Georgia. We got two statutes on that if you'd like. THC is permissible in Georgia so long as the THC quantity, the actual tetrahydrocannabinol content, is not greater than 0.10 percent of actual THC in the gummies. You got no testimony as to the quantity of THC that is actually contained within those gummies. So that's not illegal in the state of Georgia. In fact, you can go to a good number of the shops that they've got around, the lawfully operating shops over the entire metropolitan area, and go right in there and buy your THC gummies authorized by both the city, the county, and the state of Georgia. Marijuana, Judge, is a different story. Marijuana has to be in the green leafy stuff we're talking about now, has to have greater than 3% value. The officer doesn't field test it. Had he field tested it, he would have found out whether it was greater than 3% value of THC or not. He eyeballed it. And I brought this up because I had to actually use GBI in a recent case in Fayette County where we educate the GBI lab director educated a prosecutor on this very fact. Cannabis sativa and hemp and all of those good drugs there from back in the 60s, 70s, and beyond. The distinction is the amount of THC that is actually in the green leafy stuff. The possession of uh, um, that green leafy stuff without it being greater than 3% is without it being greater than 3% is legal. The possession of the green leafy stuff that is greater than 3% THC is illegal. And so what we've got here is something that will wait for the GBI to test it, and if it comes up negative or not meeting the criteria, then this case, even if indicted by the prosecutor, will suffer the same as did my case before Judge Rhonda Cruisinger. It'll end up getting dismissed because it doesn't meet that particular threshold, even though a prosecutor's office indicted it. So Judge, on the obstruction, like I said, we're going to submit on that. On the traffic violations, Madam Prosecutor asked a very interesting question, and the officer responded in a very interesting way about the traffic violations. The rest traffic violations are observed on the body camera or the car camera of the officer. The answer was yeah, most of them. Well, which one of them? Because we got 19 charges that's sitting here in front of us, and most of them don't get you what you need to be able to suggest that probable cause exists. For instance, we got speeding charges that are listed here. Speeding charges are criminal in the state of Georgia when the speed exceeds 10 miles over the speed limit. Did that happen? Don't really know. Reckless driving, conscious driving and conscious disregards of persons or property. Did that happen? Don't really know. So what that there are other people on the road? There are always other people on the road in the state of Georgia. Uh, Stop signs, got no testimony about those whatsoever, so we don't have to talk about that. And on the issue of failing to maintain lane, Judge, that's actually a signal is required when a person is leaving their direct lane of travel, only if there is someone who is trailing that person to receive that signal within a distance. Well, so what that there were other cars on the road? Where were they positioned? That's the question. And that's the law in the state of Georgia. So, as I said before, on the obstruction charge, we're going to stipulate on that because we can see that. The officer at some point in time testified to the client turning against the reds, at least testified that way. Then on my cross-examination, he said he went through the parking lot, but he got something out there about him not going on the reds. This officer has done, he says, based upon his knowledge experience, he knows what a DUI looks like. All right, so what? He knows what a DUI is like, so we're not going to fight him on that. It's not important at this point in time. But on all the rest of these traffic charges that make up the bulk of what you've got here, I'm going to ask the court to dismiss all of them. Finally, since I don't get a chance to come back after ADA Thomas gets in here and puts her spin on things, I'm going to just ask the court to rely upon the evidence that is offered before you. What is contained within the warrants? If we were relying upon what is in the warrants, there would be no reason for having a preliminary hearing. You simply hold up and say, I got a warrant here, and there'd be no reason to do anything else. It is the testimony and the evidence that you actually receive here in court that should control your decision. And with that, I'll turn it over to ADA Thomas.
All right, ADA Thomas.
Your Honor, I'm gonna try to hit the highlights here. Your Honor, this is just a probable cause hearing. The gummies and the marijuana, from my understanding of the officer's testimony, were turned into GBI for testing, at which time they will make a positive determination of exactly how much THC was present in the gummies. But for the purposes of probable cause, state would contend the officer's testimony will be sufficient for that. The officer did say specific to the marijuana, the loose marijuana, that when I asked him if it was field tested, the officer did indicate no, it wasn't. However, he did recognize it from his knowledge, training, and experience, and having seen similar substances before. I asked him, could he tell by the odor? He said he couldn't because of this odor of, I believe it was air freshener that had been apparently liberally sprayed within the confines of the vehicle. Now, Your Honor, I specifically asked him about whether or not there were other drivers on the road, and then I asked him, were those persons placed in danger by this defendant's driving? And the officer indicated, yes, that they were. That's reckless driving, Your Honor. He placed individuals on the road, including the officers and himself, in danger as a result of his driving. The officer did indicate, and I asked him specifically about that because there are multiple counts of failing to stop, and I asked him that, and he said he observed it. And that leads me into the failure to maintain lane, Your Honor, which was actually, as the court may recall, the original basis from the stop to begin with. I believe it was Officer Petrovich who observed him failing to maintain his lane on the expressway, which caused that officer to pull him over to see if anything was wrong. And from that, we had the DUI stop and the defendant driving off during the midst of the investigation. Now, Your Honor, the court knows that a traffic stop is not done in an unmarked vehicle. Traffic stops are effected by marked patrol vehicles who have to activate their lights and sirens for the person to know to pull over. And in this case, Mr. Buncombe complied with them. He did pull over. He just didn't stay there. He took off. The officer also indicated that when I asked him about was any of this recorded, he said yes, on his body cam. He also believed that Officer Petrovich recorded some of it on his or her body cams, but it was also captured on the vehicle's dash cams. Again, those dash cams are installed in marked patrol vehicles. So we know that these officers were in uniform, operating marked patrol vehicles, which leads up to, again, the fleeing and the looting. This gentleman was stopped for a traffic stop. He took off and kept going, and he kept going, and he kept going. He failed to comply with the rules of the road, traffic control devices, which would include red lights, stop signs, things of that nature, until the officer finally had to execute the pit maneuver, which is dangerous in itself, just to stop him. It is a wonder that he did not get hurt. Apparently he did not, and that the officers didn't. But here we are. So I would submit at this point in time, though there appear to be quite a few charges, this young man apparently did all of them, and it's all on somebody's video. And because of they were moving violations, they're on the dash cam between two different officers. State would contend at this point there's more than sufficient evidence to transfer this entire case to the Superior Court.
All right. Based upon the evidence presented, I am going to bind over all charges except warrant 9-4. That's one of the VGCSAs, and then 2 of the stop signs. So all other charges will be bound over to the state court. I dismissed warrant ending in 9-4, 9-5, and 8-3.
Okay, yeah, hold on 1 second, because we do 9-4, 9-5, and 8-3.
Yes.
Okay, found
The
8.
last 2, 8-3, 9-4, and 9-5.
Okay. It's about 9-4. Officer, thank you so much. You're free to go.
All right, thank you. All righty. So all right, so Deputy, we're done with Mr. Buncombe. Unless council needs to speak with him.
I don't know. Does he need to speak with me?
I think he's gone now.
Okay. Are we off the Zoom?
Oh,
Off the YouTube?
no, no, no.
Okay.